Hey guys. Been a while since I did a live, so I'm feeling like it was time for one. Let me just get started. Well, get set up, really. Did not mean to click that. Just want to set it up on my phone so that way I can see the comments on YouTube. And I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, I can hear me. So this is just going to be a quick what's coming towards you reading for a preview of this full moon in Libra. As I am recording this, the moon is at 0 degrees of Libra, but the full moon is taking place at about 16 degrees, I believe. So I just wanted to, come and jump on. Firstly, want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers that have subscribed, and I wanted, to give the opportunity to show, face. Because I'm not, one of those tarot readers that hides behind their screen. Let me make sure. Just check something real quick. To keep some back and forth. Just want to check. Okay, we're good with that. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna jump in. And I was guided to use the Black Moon astrology cards for this reading, at least to start. We did have Mercury move into Taurus. Let me try one because I'm hardwired in, but it keeps picking up on my Wi-Fi. It's just causing it to like pause a little bit. So we're going to see how that works, if that makes it work better, which it should. But yeah, I'm using the Black Moon astrology deck for this reading just to see, get a preview of this Libra full moon. Because by 16 degrees, it'll be on the 6th of April, but I will also be doing a general collective full moon reading for everyone. It's not specific to any zodiac sign. But let's see what messages need to come through as for what's coming towards us as it pertains to this full moon energy. See what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection. Reading, and yes, I did take my hair out. I'm all natural right now. Just washed it and let it dry. And I feel like I can't think of that lady that has that streak of that piece of gray hair in her hair, but I just like to call it my wisdom. We're gonna see what needs to come through. I'm gonna get more. All right, so let's jump right in. Bottom of the deck, we have Aries. I am, which is, we are in Aries season right now, and Aries, all of this Aries energy will be opposing the full moon. We have the Sun and Jupiter in Aries right now. But it says I am. Aries is the first house. It represents, the self, and it's a very individualistic energy. Then we have the ninth house, which is faith, up under that. And then we have the Mercury retrograde card, which is a reinvention in this deck. We will have Mercury going retrograde in Taurus, but it just moved into Taurus yesterday. So let's see. Turn this off. Which I thought I did. Hold on, guys. But what this makes me feel like is like for some of you, it's almost like I'm feeling like an initiation. For some of you, it is in regards to like, your faith or your spirituality or your beliefs with this ninth house faith card. But what it really makes me feel is like believe in yourself, believe in who you are right now. Yeah, because it makes me feel like with the Mercury retrograde card and then the what is it, the 10th house right behind it with the world energy. That makes me feel like for some of you, by the time, because we are in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, but by the time we're through with this retrograde, there will be a completion, in regards to like it feels like you. Like I said, whether it's in regards to your faith, your spirituality, however, that resonates for you. But it's almost like you're gonna have to, like feel like fully step into that energy. Um, yeah, so let's see what comes out. Wish you guys could see the cards, but I'm using my actual laptop today, so most of the time I use my phone. But let's see what comes out as it pertains to the energy coming towards us with this full moon in Libra. I want to say, other than Pluto being in Aquarius right now, the moon being in Libra is the only air energy we have, because everything else is in earth, fire, and water. So let's see what's going on. So many cards want to come out. Less cards, Spirit. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'll bring it down a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Oh my God. And it's connected to the StreamYard. It keeps flipping back and forth to my Wi-Fi. And I have it off, which doesn't make any sense. But hopefully that'll work. Yeah, let's see. Okay, now it's only connected to the Ethernet. All right. What message do we need, Spirit, as it pertains to the energy coming towards us for this full moon in Libra? Ooh. We have the South Node, which says life's debts, excuse me. And the North Node. I've never had this happen before. So the South and the North Node, which right now the South Node is in Scorpio and the North Node is in Taurus. And I want to say the reading that I did last night for the nightcap was speaking to that North Node energy. So it almost makes me feel like for some of you, you could have a South Node in Libra. The nodes are actually getting ready to switch from Scorpio, Taurus to Aries, Libra. So this can be, like setting us up, helping us release. Full moons are for releasing. So helping us, release so that we can move into that Aries energy. Then we have Gemini, I think. And I'm going to get one more. We just had Mars, leave Gemini and move into Cancer about a week or two ago, maybe a week and a half ago, which was a much needed release. Some of you need to let go of like thinking too much, is what I'm getting to, like overthinking or being, it's almost like an indecisive energy when it comes to how you use and utilize your mental energy. It's like there needs to be, you need to let go of being like, it almost feels like a double-sided. We left that energy, especially if you're a masculine energy, we left it. Yes, Spirit, come through. Because then we have the Aquarius. I know it's time to stop, overanalyzing, overthinking. Like it almost makes me feel being one foot in and one foot out, and to step into knowing with the Aquarius card. It's time to leave that. Oh, I think this. Nah, it's time to, and the only way you get into this knowing is by, stepping into and utilizing that Aries energy. I like this. And if this is just a preview, I can't wait to do the actual reading for the full moon. I'm excited. Yes. Bottom of the deck is the fourth house. We got roots, which fourth house is ruled by Cancer energy. And like I keep bringing up, it's bringing me. Ugh, can't even talk because this Mercury retrograde is already getting me. But it makes me feel like with you know Mars moving into Aquarius, the nodes will be switching in. I want to say is it Cancer season that the nodes will be switching? It may be the end of Cancer season that the nodes will be switching from, like I said, Scorpio Taurus to Libra Aries. And Cancer energy is very, it's very intuitive. They don't, you know, I'm a Cancer, so a Cancer sun. So, I understand, like, I'm not just the energy in general. We run off of, pure sheer intuition. Most of us, everyone is different. Everybody harnesses their energy within their chart differently. But I can only speak for me. So, just giving an example, like I'm a advocate for trusting your intuition 110%. I have yet to be in an experience where my intuition has led me wrong. If that ever happens, it'll be a learning experience for me. But until that happens, my intuition is number one. I always go with, what I'm feeling first, and then I analyze it that way. And that's, for some people, especially if you're a Cancer or you have like prominent Cancer placements, you may understand that, or it may resonate a little bit better for you. But just the energy in general. So I've learned thus far, like I don't second guess my intuition. Like I'm not like I anybody that comes near me, like some people may mistake me for in Aquarius. A lot of times I do get mistaken for an Aquarius or a Capricorn, but that Capricorn energy just comes from me having a Cancer stellium. But anyway, um, yeah, there's going to be like, yeah, for some of you, this is truly time. We got the sixth house, which is routine, and Aries, the Aries card showing up again. It's time to get comfortable with who you are. It's time to, be who you are. And that's what I'm feeling with this card. And it takes, if it's resonating that way for you, where you're not being, your true self, this energy is going to, like, it's a full moon, it's going to expose it. But I feel like it's going to be up to you to, set the tone. And, it's almost like an energy of get comfortable. It's something that, you have to work at. For some of, it may be easier for some of us than it is for others, but don't, let whatever situation or circumstance that you're in deter you from or keep you feeling limited or restricted from being who you are. Because it's almost like with this Libra full moon, you're going to have to, where Aries is the individual, Libra energy is more like social. It's the house of, partnerships, relationships. It's, that energy. So it's being, it's like, I don't want to say the self versus others, but it's more like, how do you bring that together? And we're all going to experience this in one way or another once the nodes switch. And it's like, you're going to, align. I hate to say it like this, because it sounds so negative, but it's like either you're going to be a leader or you're going to be a follower. You have to pick. So I don't even know what tarot deck I want to use. Um, and it deals with, they're drawing me back to this roots card. Because for some of you, it's like you're gonna have to, utilize this energy and like almost build it from like the ground up. The fourth house, like I said, it's, ruled by Cancer energy. And we all have, you know, all the zodiac signs in our own personal charts. But, this is home, this is family, it's, your, privacy. And it's almost like for some of you, it's going to be like, I feel like on display. And, I take that how it resonates. But it's almost like, it's time for you to get comfortable so that you can, you know, let the roots do what they're gonna do. Because if you're not rooted in something that's true, that's real, that's you, you're not gonna bear any fruit. The fruit that you bear on your trees isn't gonna be real. Like when you think of it at that level. Now we want real fruit. um, what tarot deck do I want to use? I got a new one coming. I thought it would be here by now, but it's not here for a reason, so we're gonna leave it at that. Um, they're saying traditional, 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 but I have a lot of traditional tarot decks, and they're all different. We'll go with the first deck that I ever bought, which is just, it's a universal weight tarot. And let's see what comes out. What messages do we need as it pertains to the energy coming towards us with this Libra full moon? What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the energy coming towards us, this Libra full moon. Ooh. All right, so the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands. Hope you guys can see that. Pardon the glare, but we have the Knight of Wands. And it's fast moving energy. It almost makes me feel like some of you, may be trying to like almost outrun this energy, because it's almost like the overthinking and the overanalyzing that's happening via this Gemini energy coming out here. It's like it keeps sending you back to, like, it's like you almost feel safe in your South Node energy, which it does. It's that comfort zone. It's what you're familiar with. This the South Node is where you've been, but the North Node is where you're headed. And it's like someone, instead of trying to sort themselves out emotionally, they just keep running back to like a safe space. Because for some of you, it may give you you know a sense of like control. Regardless, this could be a job, a relationship, whatever it is. It could give you or make you feel like you're in control of something. But with the strength card showing up here, it's almost like I'm hearing and it's just what I said. I'm hearing Drake and Future's used to this. Which is that I want to say they're both Scorpios, if I'm not mistaken. They're both Scorpios. But that's what it feels like. It feels like, you're running back to that south node energy because it's comfortable, but it's also like with this seven of cups here, it makes me feel like it's not giving you like you just stay in like a confused state. So tell me about the south node card. Tell me about the south node. You don't want to let it go. You're resisting. Or some of you with the seven of wands is what it's saying is that you need to resist that, it's time to let it go. You need to face whatever you need to face because it's actually, and you resisting it is keeping you from peace, the peace of mind. Because I can feel like somebody's mind, like the energy is just running crazy, crazy, crazy. And that Knight of Wands energy is the same thing. It's like it's constantly like on the go. It's almost like I hate that I'm doing this because that's how I feel, like constantly just in motion, just moving. Right, another one for the South Node energy. Yeah. But it's again, there could be with the Five of Cups, some regret, and letting go or whatever you need to let go of. But it's like, you guys know I say it all the time. The Five of Cups is my crying over spilled milk card. And it makes me feel like, it's a very contradictory energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. But it makes me feel like almost, turn that down a little bit. Still bright. Hold on. But it makes me feel like, with this energy of the Two of Pentacles, that that you just keep going back and forth. It's like 1 minute you're crying over spilled milk, and then the next minute it's like you're defending it, if that makes sense. And whatever it is, and it's like it's a very you're unsettled with this Two of Pentacles. There's just an unsettled energy here. For some of you, again, that unsettledness, we have the Queen of Cups, could be just in regards to your own emotions. Or for some of you, it could be, a person, that, you're juggling with either going towards this person or staying in the situation where you're at. But like I said, your intuition is telling you. With the High Priestess and the Death card, it's time to end this cycle. But again, with the Two of Swords, you don't want to look at it. So let's look at this Gemini, I think. Tell me about this Gemini, I think. That was the Devil card that tried to come out, but it didn't. We have the Nine of Wands and the Empress. And this makes me feel like, for some of you, like, how can I say? Still getting that energy of looking to the past. But with this Empress energy, which is, Taurus and Libra energy, it makes me feel like there could be like an Empress that, you're worried about what they think. It could also be like, whether it's a parental figure, it could be, just someone that I'm even getting like you think about a lot, but it's almost like in order to go towards this energy, you have to turn, you have to face, like turn around. to go towards this energy, or you just really have to get over. For some of you, it's like you're denying yourself this energy within yourself. Because then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower, which, is indicative of change. It could be a sudden change, something, or a realization that you're having in. And it's like, yeah, with the Four of Cups, like you're missing opportunities that are trying to come in for you because you're so focused on this Three of Cups that you're missing the Ace of Cups. Can I get one for this Five of Cups? Because it's like, what is it? What is it? For some of you, it's just your ego with the Six of Wands coming out, clarifying this Five of Cups. But it's also like it's your ego, like trying to keep you safe. But it's like it's time to move forward. And for some of you, it could be a job, it could be money, but it's the value that you put on, whatever this is. Like it almost makes me feel like, what's the word? Like you're not being realistic. Like, because if you're staying in the situation because it makes your ego feel safe, but deep down that you want out of it, make it make sense. Because I really can't, like, because it doesn't make any sense. So let's see about this Aquarius. I know. Y'all, look at that. The Ace of Swords. This is it almost makes me feel like the energy of playing dumb. Like there's some, and I hate not to say that in a judgmental way, but that's what it is. It's like knowing you want better, knowing what needs to be done for you to get better or have better or the better, whatever better is for you. But it's like someone just like, nah, I'm just gonna do this. And like that's all I can do right now is just like, what is this, yeah? Can I get another one for the Aquarius? I know, because there's truth and clarity in this with this Ace of Swords. Can I get another one for Aquarius? I know. Like this is like someone who is being like, with the Death card and the Two of Swords, that's like being willfully blind. Like they're, because they don't want to change, they don't want to end something. So it's almost like the Two of Swords is actually Moon and Libra energy. And it feels like, there's someone who is just very resistant to change, but no, and they know this because the Ace of Swords is here. And from the Ace to the Two of Swords is another, um, it's another two. I mean, another Ace. So you know the truth. You have the clarity. And this is like, nah, but I don't want to change just for like, just because, like, what? So, but look at what it's doing to you energetically. As with this Ten of Wands, it's like you're doing too much. And I want to say, maybe it was for a personal I did, but the energy is coming out here. Like, in doing nothing, you're doing too much. I know that seems crazy, right? And it's knowing that you need to set yourself free. We have the Page of Swords and the Devil. But some of you are like, you're in a situation with, like, something that's unhealthy, toxic, whatever the case may be. But it's like, nope, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna keep my head down, and it's like, nah, you can't anymore. You cannot. And then look at what, man, listen. Look at what this is what's coming. Justice. It's like Lady Justice has to step in because it's like, because you won't, spirit will. Wow. Tell me about this Empress and the Knight of Wands. Too many. Can I get less cards? We have, yep, the Four of Swords and the King of Swords. And this makes me feel like, in clarifying this Empress and this Nine of Wands, like it's almost like somebody's intuition and their higher self is screaming like they want peace, like, or they need some type of peace. And it's peace from your own making. For some of you, there is an Empress energy here. Or this is, this could be another person, but it could also just be you. You're needing to recognize, like, who you are and step into that. Because some of you, it's almost like you don't value yourself, so you feel like you don't deserve anything. For some of you, it could, like I said, it could be a person. You don't feel like you deserve this person, but they bring you a lot of peace and clarity. Whether they know it or not, because we have the moon here, it could be, secretly how you feel about this person. If it's another person, male or female, doesn't matter. But it's like there's an attachment that you have, like you're unwilling to budge with this Knight of Pentacles. So if it is, another feminine energy for you, they could have possibly turned your back, and that's why you're like in this energy now, like, this who this person is. An Empress shows up exactly as who they are. And it's like, I'm getting the energy for them, it's natural. It's natural, for an Empress or an Emperor, male or female, to, just be who they are. But in regards to what's coming towards you, it feels like justice. Honestly, that's what it feels like to me. Justice. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is just reiterating the energy even more. It's time for you to, it's time for something new. It's like the old and tried and true way, it may have worked and it may have got you to a certain point, but it's time for it almost feels like a revolutionary type of act, even if it's just for yourself. But with the Seven of Swords here, it's like, yeah, you have to make a what's the word I want to use? because it's not, some people can look at the Seven of Swords as being selfish, sneaky, manipulative. I feel that that same energy is also, sometimes you have to do what's best for yourself. You have to. And that's what it is. And some of you know that. You know you have to do what's best for yourself. If you're doing something that is to make you happy, or if you're going to a place, or into a situation where you can be yourself, where you don't have to like compromise yourself, or not be true to yourself. I'm gonna get one more and then we'll grab for guidance or advice. Yeah, it's time to step into the unknown with the moon. And that's, it's a full moon in this card for your happiness, for your own happiness, with the Ten of Cups here. And that 8 always leads to the 10. It always leads to the 10 via the 2. Did I see the 2 of Cups now? It's time to, again, step into the unknown. So what's coming towards you, it feels like, the opportunity to do just that. If you're able to, stop resisting. Stop resisting. What is this resistance, Spirit? The 7 of Wands. Yo, I hate this sometimes. Not like that, but we got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're again. I'm starting to feel like I sound like a broken record, but for whoever these messages resonate for, whoever like needs, we learn through repetition. But like even I'm getting tired of saying this because it's frustrating, and it's almost like just the energy is frustrating me because like I said, I'm a person like my intuition is that's my North Star. That's it. Like no questions asked. If I feel something is off, it's off. I don't care if I can see it or not see. I don't care. I'm gonna trust it, and I'm gonna move that way. But whoever or whatever this energy is right now, it's like someone has the intuition, especially if you're a masculine energy. You're showing up as the King of Swords. That is, it's intelligence. It's, it is knowing. But it's like you're just determined to like do the opposite of what you're being guided to do. So you self-sabotage. And it makes you feel like in a way, like with the devil energy coming out behind the 7 of Swords, like you're getting away with something, or like you're doing something, but what you're realizing, or and you doing this, you're really stuck. But it may like I don't know if it makes you feel good. I don't know. Like, no, I apologize. Yeah, I got an Aries moon, so I can be a little harsh sometimes. But that's how it feels to me. Like you feel like you're getting over, or like, you're winning when you're stuck with those 5 swords. Where's the 5 of Swords at? Let me see where that's at. And it's that mental conflict that ends up, turning emotional. Where's the 5 of Swords? Because it's being bottled in. It's like, oh, 5 of Swords. Where is it? Watch it be the last card in the deck. I was close. Yeah, it's in between you setting yourself free. The 9 of Pentacles and the Fool. You stepping into who you are as the 9 of Pentacles and taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. But some of you, you just I would never that Five of Swords energy is brutal because it's almost like I'm getting like the energy of like again, you know what you're doing, but I don't know if it's like oh my God, they're showing me the in my archetype deck like that joke, like the Joker, like that archetype, like you smile in doing this first, like that's a weird energy. But the Joker, when you think about it, he was really hurt on the inside, so he used that as like a mask. I might have to read that to y'all because they're showing it to me clearly. Do I have my archetype book? Let me see if I have it. I think I do. Yes, I do. Let me grab it. Ah. And this deck, I'm not gonna pull out the cards because they gave me the cards so clearly. Let me see where it is. The Joker. The cells. Where is he? Oh, it's actually called. I mean, it's called the comic in this deck. 113. Yeah, it's called the comic. But it's that same energy. And it's not to say that it's a bad energy, but if you're harnessing it on, the more negative end of the spectrum, it plays out like that Joker energy. But it does. It says the Joker, the clown, the fool. No, I wasn't bugging. It says the comic arrives as a remedy for all that ails this world. Amidst the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician working healing magic upon an audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. So when it's in light, it's hilarious, ingenious, spirited, and easygoing. When it's in dark, it's sarcastic, harsh, brooding, drunk. It says the comic has plenty of shade to throw on others and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. And it says joy, jokes, and smiles are signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. And, like, I can even resonate with this to an extent because, like, I am a joker. Like sometimes you guys will hear me laugh and stuff, but that's like it's humor is dark, but it doesn't have to be harnessed in that way. Humor comes from a dark place. And it's because you get it. Some of you get it, and you could be resonating like as the comic for yourself, but it's all a spectrum, you know, positive and negative. You don't have to be all on the positive side and you don't have to be all on the negative side. You have to find that happy medium for you. But it also, the energy makes me feel like not for nothing. And both of these cards, the Seven of Swords and this Five of Swords, they're both smiling. But these are two cards that, are not favorable in tarot. They're not. Because you're left with the five swords thinking that, you're getting away or you're getting over, or, it's also a card of taking advantage of something or someone, or even if this is being done to you, this could be the energy of the people that you deal with. Because I don't want it to seem like it's just one-sided, but you're left holding that five swords. And then in the five of somebody looks, it's like these types of people, they don't care who they hurt, but they're the ones that end up hurt, or they are hurt. So this is how they act out. But look, he's stuck with the three of swords, which is we all know what the three of swords looks like. But just to give it some perspective, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it's no judgment, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like that's what I do. Like I'm not here to coddle, or I'm not, here for likes or subscribers. I'm not here for none of that. I thank you, and I'm thankful to all who, watch my channel and like my content. Like, cause what you see is what you get. And if you know me in real life, you know that. And like I'm gonna say again, if you know me in real life, this is me all day, every day. Whether I'm at home, at work, wherever the case may be, this is Jazz. So let's get the guidance or advice. Some people love me for it, some people don't. And it ain't gonna change me. It ain't gonna stop me. But it's almost like, whoever this is, they're really, far away from who they have the potential to be. Because it's here in these cards. So what's the guidance or advice? And then we'll go ahead and end this reading. What's the guidance or advice? I'm going to show it to y'all, but I'm going to put it back in the deck because it fell on the floor. We have the 8th house, which is Scorpio energy, endings and beginnings. What's at the bottom of the deck? Listen, it's time to step into this genius energy. We got Uranus on the bottom. It's like use your intelligence and wits for some, like, I swear I just seen Jay-Z say, like, a video of Jay-Z on Instagram, and he was talking to somebody. He was like, damn, you ever, how you come across someone and he was like, they done, they're mad at you for who you are and thinking of all the reasons of why you're the way that you are. And if you got time to sit and like put this, he was saying, like, if you have time to put all of that together to say why someone shouldn't have something, or, when you see someone being successful at what they're doing, why you feel like, you, whatever the case may be, however he said it. But he was basically getting to the gist of, you, like, why don't you use that intelligence and that wit and that wisdom and knowledge to do it for yourself? Like, this is the energy that I'm feeling. Like, you doing all that and all this to be sneaky or feel like you won, because that 5 of Swords is also an energy of that need to win. But in all reality, it's like, you're doing all that for what? Like, I don't I don't know. It's not, no, like I said, it's no judgment, but sometimes these readings, like, it's too much. I mean, life is not. It's really it's not this complicated. What's the guidance or advice, Spirit, as it pertains to what's coming towards us? Whoa. Man. What's coming towards us, Spirit? Can I get one further guidance or advice? Plus cards, please. What's the guidance or advice? 'Cause I'm ready to give me something to eat and relax. I get one further guidance or advice, please, Spirit. They may want me to use a different deck if nothing comes out. Ha! We got two, but I'm going to take them because they flipped over the last time. So we have then. Come on, Spirit, come through, come through. Like, y'all, look at these cards. Scorpio, I transform. The solar eclipse revolution. And the next solar eclipse that we are going to have will be in Aries. It's going to be a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. And yes, that'll be after this full moon. So, oh my God, like I'm you can't make this shit up. You really can't. And these descriptions are long. So this feels like what's coming towards you it's a revolution. It's a revolution of self. So let's see. We got 20 for Scorpio, I transform. And I'm just going to read the brief descriptions of each because, like I said, the South Node is in Scorpio right now. And that next new moon solar eclipse is going to be in Aries. So I'll just read the brief cards, but it says there's all of these cards have a quote, and it says, "Put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard." It says, "A new thing being born out of something thought dead, resurrection, love born out of the depths of passion, charisma, the desire." Oh, it says desire, sex, gutters, sewers, stagnant waters, funerals and graveyards, ghosts and hauntings, banks, inheritances, money or goods from a dead relative, the taboo, the unknown, secrets, blessings in disguise, therapists going into the depths, Hades, autumn, when things die off. Let's see. I thought it actually gave a description of this card, but let me see something. Because these are, look at this. I mean, I can read it all. All right, so it says acknowledging desires and surrendering yourself to the depths will serve you best at this time. Scorpio is one of the most fascinating signs in the zodiac. It is ruled by Pluto, planet of gutters and extremes, and is the sign of sex, money, and passion. It is a powerful sign. Scorpios have a bad reputation for ruthless behavior, which is not deserved. Like the other water signs, Scorpio is emotional, but not in the sympathetic way of Cancer or Pisces. When Scorpios enter a room, they don't have to say a word for the crowd to know. They can feel their energy. Their depth and their ability to understand others, all the while not revealing much about themselves, is profound. Scorpios inspire you to tell them your darkest secrets while revealing none of their own. When Scorpios feel deeply, they fear the loss of control, and they will sting when threatened or cornered. Almost always, Scorpios will deliver that last hit. Scorpio does not roll over and play dead. They never forget a slight. People of this sign will make their mark even when they have to do it alone. If the Scorpio card comes up, then you are being tested. You may feel isolated and on your own without much sympathy or help from others. If so, it's time to stand on your own and fight those forces gathered against you. You will likely win and come out much stronger and happier than before, but it's still an intense time. There are a number of positive changes with this card. You will soon gain what you have worked so hard for. This card implies karmic issues, even the resurfacing of past life recollections. So many of your relationships will now be of a karmic nature and thus be tried well. Your life may seem like a trial. Matters involving inheritances and money may figure in, such as heirlooms, legacies, and what comes through family or people you are tied to from your deep past. You may have to deal with someone who may plot revenge over something you may not be guilty of. It could also be a time where enemies surface, so you would be wise to protect your reputation. Strong sexual attractions may arise, whether wished for or not. Obsessions are possible. It is wise not to get wrapped up in intrigues with people you don't know very well or have known for only a short time. Do not attempt to maneuver or manipulate anyone, as this will surely backfire. On the positive side, now is the time to be resourceful and guard that which you have worked for. If romance is your question, expect it to be transforming and not something you can leave aside. In some cases, your partner may seem aloof and hard to reach, and matters may erupt into unexpected passions. If surrounding cards indicate that things will progress, this may be one of the most important and transforming relationships you have ever had. In dealing with jobs and career, expect intensity, restrictions, and demands. Sometimes when this card comes up, it indicates you will be going through a period of deep self analysis. You may seek out professional, or you may seek out a professional, or you may work through this time alone by reading or through reflecting. Be careful when it comes to finances in areas such as taxes, property, and shared assets. You could have resounding success or tremendous losses currently, but the message is to take your chance, then stick with your decision no matter what. You have the ability now to make it work. Mm. Well, that was a mouthful, but we're going to read this Revelations card too. This one isn't so long. It's long, but it ain't as long. So then we have the solar eclipse, revolution. I said revelation, but revolution. The quote is revolution is actually something that starts in individual hearts. This card spells out change. Eclipses, both solar and lunar, are the easiest forecasting tools used in astrology. Through these dramatic sky events, the ancients understood major transformations were about to happen. And since these eclipses look so dramatic, ancient people greatly fear them. Since during an eclipse, the sun and moon give the impression they disappear, the ancients associated eclipses with serpents they believed were devouring the lights in the sky. From this, the ancients formed the ideas of death and rebirth, which is what eclipses are all about. In other words, when it comes to eclipses, something has to die for better things to be born. In the case of the solar eclipse, the effects are longer lasting. The solar eclipse occurs during the new moon when the sun and moon are in opposition but perfectly aligned. For a brief time, the moon obscures the sun, blocking it from view. In essence, this is a blackout and means we must focus on what is directly in front of us. Usually, a change or shock is a store, which may not be welcome but is necessary for us to move forward. When the solar eclipse card turns up in a reading, you can expect swift changes that end one chapter and start a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt. That was that tower energy. And you're reeling over the sudden change. This upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe, so you can embark on new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. But it will be daunting. These events may seem like negative at first, a divorce, the end to a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing your job. Eclipses tend to affect relationships foremost, however, and so you may soon see stressors or upsetting changes in the relational support you have counted on. For whatever reason, these may be taken away either for the time being, but perhaps permanently. So, the one thing you can count on is that your life will go through a complete rearrangement of sorts. The energies are saying that it is necessary to be cruel before being kind. Mm, this is deep, y'all. Because this full moon is taking place in the house of partnerships, relationships, and I'm not saying anything positive or negative, but it's all different types of relationships, partnerships, and things that are going to come to the light with this full moon. And then the solar eclipse being in Aries, again, it's not, normally the next full moon would be in Taurus because we'll be moving into Taurus season, but the degrees is taking place at the like late degrees of Aries. It says, but eclipses are not always about the downside. Instead, you may find yourself having to dive in, change something, fix something, or create something you hadn't really thought of, but will work out brilliantly that ends up transforming your life all the ways you've hoped for, maybe beyond your wildest imaginings. All in all, when the solar eclipse card turns up, it implies that you are being forced to make a decision, to act on it. There will be no stepping away from it, even though you may not have been consciously aware of just how much certain issues were not working. It's time to look ahead and finally resolve what has held you back. Now it is the time to begin anew and start a new chapter in the book of life. I cannot. Oh, Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, I know this was long. It's been a minute since, I did it like this, but I had to for whoever, needed it. It felt right. And like I said, I I'm one of those people that like you ain't I don't need to be told twice. Um but yeah, so the revolution is coming. This is just a preview for the full moon in Libra. So definitely I would say like if you have any Libra energy, especially your top three within your top three, sun, moon, or rising, if you're a cardinal sign, a Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, or Libra. I mean, yeah, right? Yeah, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer. Those are the four cardinal signs. It may play out, different, it may play out more intense for you. If you're a Cancer, just because it's the moon, it can definitely play out for you that way as well. But yeah, because the energy is going to do what it does. And, if you don't move with it, it'll move you with it. So I thank you guys for tuning in with me. sending you all love and light. I hope everyone, enjoys the rest of this week. Like I said, I will be doing the actual full moon, reading. It'll probably be released the day of, but this was just a preview because I like if you're in tune, you can already feel the energy. I know I started feeling just the moon energy yesterday. Um like, oh my God, it's getting full. It almost felt like, the moon was in Cancer. Um, like, but as again, thank you guys for tuning in with me, and I will see y'all on the next one. All right, later.